Imagine stepping into an art gallery, where colors dance, forms twist, and every brushstroke whispers stories from centuries past. But today, let's journey to something a bit unusual yet utterly fascinating, the mysterious world of the self-portrait in fine arts, and the incredible stories of the artists who dare to look deeply into their own souls and immortalize themselves on canvas. Now, why self-portraits? Because they are not just pictures. They are windows into the minds, fears, ambitions, and identities of artists, people who reveal themselves, sometimes boldly, sometimes critically, in ways that make us pause and wonder. What was going on inside their heads? Let me take you back to the 17th century, to a man named Rembrandt van Rijn, a Dutch master whose self-portraits number over 90, an astonishing feat in that era. But these are not just selfies. Mind you, they are a lifelong diary in paint. If you look at his earliest self-portraits, you see a confident young man with bright eyes and a slight smile. As his years pass, his face becomes lined with hardship and pain, reflective of his tragic personal life, financial ruin, and loss of loved ones. Each self-portrait captures not just his physical aging, but also the profound, emotional journey of a human being, grappling with life's unforgiving waves. What's so fascinating here is the honesty. Rembrandt didn't shy away from showing himself as vulnerable, flawed, and real. In fact, his use of light and shadow, the chiaroscuro technique, enhances the emotional intensity, making the viewer feel as if they are peering into the very soul of the artist. Fast forward 2 centuries, and we meet a very different artist, Frida Kahlo from Mexico. Unlike Rembrandt, the self-portraits are vivid, surreal, and steeped in symbolism. Frida once said, "I paint myself because I'm so often alone and because I'm the subject I know best." Her paintings reveal her struggles with chronic pain and her turbulent relationship with Diego Rivera, along with a fierce pride in her heritage. Look closely at the 2 Fridas, painted in 1939. It shows 2 versions of herself sitting side by side, connected by veins, one dressed in traditional Kiwana clothing, the other in European attire. Is a powerful expression of identity, duality, and self-acceptance. What do these stories tell us? First, that fine arts is not just about creating something beautiful. It's about storytelling, psychology, and exploring the human condition. Artists use their own faces as both mask and mirror, inviting us to explore questions of identity, culture, and emotion. If you think about it, the self-portrait challenges the very idea of art as other. It's intimate, personal, and sometimes confrontational. Why? Because it asks us to consider who we are, how we see ourselves, and how we want to be seen by the world. And here's a fun twist. In today's digital age, where selfies are ubiquitous and often fleeting, looking back at these painted self-portraits reveals a profound difference. These artists took months, sometimes years, to create their self-images, embedding layers of meaning that invite repeated viewing and deep reflection. So if you ever stroll through an art museum and see a self-portrait hanging quietly on the wall, I think of it as a secret conversation between the artist and eternity. Each line, color, and shadow leaves a word in a story that stretches beyond time, waiting for curious minds like yours to unravel. Now, I challenge you, pick a self-portrait, maybe Rembrandt's somber gaze or Frida's vibrant pain, and ask yourself, what story do I see? What emotions does it stir? And then, why not try creating your own? You don't need a fancy studio or expensive paints, just a mirror and your imagination. Who knows, like these great masters, you might discover new ways of seeing yourself, and by extension, the world around you. The art of the self-portrait is, after all, the art of discovery. What mysteries will you uncover